It's really cool the way they mine these things. They come out of the earth. It looks like coal. It looks like a big black rock. They leave it in the sun for a day, and it bleaches, and it turns like a light brown. You can walk up to it. I've seen one like as big as this room right here. You walk up to it, you hit it, poof, it turns into sand. It's the coolest thing in the world. And then you pick the sand up, and you put it on your tongue, and it disappears like cotton candy. All right, so what this is are layers of plant material that have fossilized, and we get to use them now in this form through a supplement like this. Okay, so the reason that I'm so big on them coming from a plant source like that is because they're minerals. So there's 88 different trace minerals in this product. So I also use sea salt. I love sea salt because sea salt has so many trace minerals in it. The difference between this and something like a product called Real Salt, which is what I use, just the brand name of it. The salt that comes from sea salt are in bonds that have not traveled through the plant kingdom. All right, so you don't go out and eat the dirt to get your minerals. You eat the plants that grow in the dirt because the plants take the minerals and put them into covalent bonds so that our body is more readily able to use them and absorb them. So you get so much more from something like this than you do from the inorganic source. And really all minerals are inorganic anyway. If someone tells you it's an organic mineral, then they're just trying to sell it to you. All right? All minerals are inorganic. But some of them are bonded in a way that's more readily usable for an organic source. Like us. We're carbon-based organic organisms. Okay? So, what I normally do with these in practice, we sell them for $30, $22. All right? So that's 55. You make 3 months out of that, it's $165 or something. So you guys can have it for half price. All right? It's $82, $82.50, something right there. Sorry, math. All right, that's for you tonight. If you want to do that, great. If not, that's fine too. But this is like a no-brainer. All right? I'm almost going to give you the stuff that it cost me to get it, because I want you to win, all right? And this is about you increasing the gap that you're in so that you're able to adapt to the stresses and have faster progress and have a faster recovery from what you're doing and to be able to achieve and do what you want right now, all right? Help your body create the chemistry that it needs to be able to live your life and to be healthy, all right? So that's all I have for tonight. If anyone has any questions, we've got a question.
How do you want us to use that?
How do we use the AquaGreen? Okay, good question. This one is a liquid with a little dropper. So you squeeze a dropper full of it and you shoot it into some water or juice. So this stuff is brown and it stains everything it touches. So don't get it on your clothes, don't get it on the carpet. If you do, it's there. You're not getting it out. Okay? So be careful with it. Don't ever just shoot it straight into your mouth because it's like an astringent. You'll know what I mean when you take it, okay? You'll know what I mean. So this thing, take it with water. You just take a dropper full. So a dropper full is technically 20 drops, but don't get all, about 1, 2, 3, 4. You just go whoosh, whoosh, and you just get some in you. Just take it, okay? It's a month's supply in one bottle. Same thing here. There's 300 tablets in here. So if you take 10 of these a day, which some people go, 10 a day? Oh my goodness. I've tested people that needed 85 of these a day. Now they couldn't take it because there's no way their body could tolerate that. But their body was just starved for it because they had been living on restaurants. They didn't even know how to cook. They didn't have a pot in the kitchen. They didn't even know what to do with that stuff. They bought every single meal they ever ate. How many people bring a lunch with them? Okay, good. So we got a couple of us. Because lunch is usually the culprit. It's either lunch or breakfast. Or just get breakfast on the way to work. Okay? Month supply. 30 days here if you're taking 10 a day. All right? That's what I take. I take 10 of them every day. Yes?
With food, without food?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Just get them in you. And if you find that your tummy is upset, then do it with food. You just make it that much simpler, that much easier. Okay, so, Dr. Tucker?
Just a couple things.
One thing on supplements, and I know I've mentioned some of those things in the handbooks and stuff, is that if you want something to watch on TV and you have Netflix, there's a great thing called Food Matters. It's a documentary, so if you just want to watch some TV, it's wonderful. And has anybody ever seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Food Matters.
Do you know who does it?
I don't know who actually created or whatever, but what he does is, or the documentary person goes through and talks about the pharmaceutical companies and about what the nutrition base is and the things that we have, and it will change your life once you watch it. And then there's also another one called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, and they talk about the benefits of juicing and the nutrients and stuff. But one thing about Food Matters that they talk about is all the studies that are done on vitamins and supplements. There's so many mixed theories out there, and you'll hear mixed research. The actual medical journals that have all the good nutritional data are actually banned from the mainstream medical stuff because of the pharmaceutical companies, and I see it every single day. And so when you start looking at what has happened in our country, the industry and the food industry and everything that's happening, it's just crazy. And so patients ask me, well, do I need to take supplements? And when you watch this documentary, there's no question. But all of those studies that are out there that have mixed, do vitamins hurt you? I mean, give me a break. I mean, pharmaceuticals kill tens of thousands of people every single week, and then vitamins have never killed anybody. I mean, I think the studies say maybe 10 in the last 10 years people have died from vitamin overdoses, and those aren't even proven cases. So, I mean, we're talking apples to oranges here, and the studies don't even use optimal levels. And it's interesting because about 20 to 30 years ago, they were putting iodine in the bread, and they took it out, and kids started getting goiters. And so they put iodine in the salt, and they only put enough iodine to prevent kids from getting goiters. I mean, so it's not even a therapeutic level, it's to prevent an illness. So, I mean, the whole food industry is completely messed up. And so we're deficient in magnesium, we're deficient in our elements, we're deficient in our supplements and our nutrients, and even the food that we think we're taking in, that we're juicing, that we're buying at the health food stores or whatever, if they're not actually organic, and then that's a whole nother issue there, whether they have the nutrients and the actual minerals, because are they using soil that's not, and you can get a little biblical about that, about every 7 years how the soil's turned over and whether it has the actual minerals in it. So are you actually even getting things in your vegetables that are good? So when people ask me about supplements, I get a little bit passionate about that, because if you're not taking supplements and you're not eating 10 to 15 vegetables and fruits and all that a day, then yeah, you do need supplements. And I think it matters where you get your supplements from, and that there's science behind it. So I'm happy to kind of hear that you actually understand the science behind what you recommend, because if you just go to Walmart and you're getting your fish oil there, you don't know what you're getting.
Please don't do that. You're better off to not take fish oil than to go and buy it at Walmart.
Yeah, and then you get mercury and or something like that.
Those, and they smell and taste like fish, and you burp up fish because the oils have been oxidized. They're rancid. They do more damage to your body than if you just didn't take them at all.
What's the difference in that or flax?
I can explain that in a minute. Were you finished?
Yeah,
I'm going to let you keep going.
So supplements, and if you guys need more individual stuff, and I'll try to send out some more informational emails and stuff to let you guys know what our thought processes are with that. The other thing was, somebody asked me before about journaling. If you could just do something once a week, a paragraph or less, but the more the better if you want to do it every day. That's what we're going to be using our judging criteria from. So, and try not to do it all at the end, because that doesn't really count. If you do 6 weeks worth.
Hear that? If you don't journal, you won't win the money.
Yeah. Which you still will,
So if
win the better
that doesn't
health,
motivate you.
But yeah, that's not a good motivator. So, and if you have any problems getting online to journal or whatever that issue is, just let me know about that.
The journaling, is it online?
You go into the forum, and then it'll have a bunch of things over on the right-hand side, and then you go into My Journal, and then you do My Entry. And we've changed it a little bit because my web guide, this is all new, and I apologize, this is a learning curve. Like I said, you guys are my test case here, and thank you so much. But we decided we were going to make it anonymous, and then we thought, well, the judges don't know who you are either. So, but I think that because we're all sort of a support group here for each other, it makes sense to, and you guys can even put a picture of yourself there if you want, and you can update your pictures and stuff, but, and to have your name there, because I think that we can be a little more cohesive group if we know who's doing what and what successes the people are achieving. But anyway, yeah, just go into My Journal and you just put your little entry in there, and then